Soy Jessica Macho y estás escuchando el podcast Survivor NSFW con Jonny Fairplay y Matt Bischoff.
Welcome to Survivor NSFW. Jonny Fairplay. I have a heater for my pool we got this year. So it's getting a little bit, summer's still in full force, here in Cincinnati, Ohio. However, in the evening time, the temperature dips. So I do notice that my pool heater is kicking on a little bit. So with that being said, the beauty of it is tonight after I cooked some awesome shit on my Blackstone griddle, saved 10% on everything plus free shipping using code BlackstoneBeard at blackstoneproducts.com. But anyways, dude, I cook all the time, and then my boys and I got in the pool and we played Marco Polo and all these games. But man, the pool heater is a game changer, dude. I don't know if you've ever been in a swimming pool that's heated, but I'm not a fan of cold water. And when you and I were at Hearts of Reality a few weeks ago, or maybe almost a month ago now, we had a choice, Jonny Fairplay, to wear a full-on wetsuit or just look cool and wear our swim trunks and some kind of vest thing.
Lots of dudes chose the vest and looking cool.
Right. And
we did not.
No, and don't you think we made the right choice?
Fuck yeah,
dude!
They're itty bitty teeny weenies going. Like, I mean, I had a wetsuit that was very large, and I was still, I felt strong. Like if Blue Chew were a sponsor, I would be saying right now it was so hard a cat couldn't scratch it.
But yeah, we made the right choice, and we even mentioned that because the water is cold. So they have
cold.
We went to this place, like, highly recommend Discovery Cove if you're ever in the Orlando, Florida area. Like, I didn't know anything about Discovery Cove prior to us going there.
You could have done some research.
Yes, but I tell you what, the surprise, the element of surprise was
I love
great.
surprises.
I do too.
With you. Yeah,
it was unbelievable. And now
I heard from the people, so the Friday expeditions, like a couple years ago, we did Eye in Orlando's the big Ferris wheel. We got to see the Wax Museum is really cool. And then last year it was the first day opening of this rock and meal thing, and they were still working out the kinks, and that business is no longer around. And it was a little rough. So, but the year before was like really awesome. Mm-hmm. And but there's people like, this was a callback to, and everyone that has been going for years is like, this is the one of all the Friday Day things they've done. And there's been some really cool stuff. Discovery Cove, number one. Yeah. No contest.
So people, like all you listeners out there, if you've been following Survivors on Instagram since the beginning of August and people's posts, I guarantee you have seen Swimming with the Dolphins and other various cool things from Discovery Cove. It was awesome. I would love to go back again because honestly, Jonny, it's like this. You and I
held hands.
We were holding hands. We were with
obviously
Chris.
Don't make it weird, Matt. We're co-hosts. Co-hosts are supposed to hold hands when there's dolphins swimming.
That's right. And we had some great photos. I love it. And we had a great group.
Todd Herzog?
Yes.
Proposed to his boyfriend. They're now engaged. Mm-hmm. I was planning on proposing to you if Todd hadn't done that.
Oh my gosh, that just makes my heart melt, Jonny Fairplay.
Were you planning on proposing to me too?
I was. I had the ring and everything, dude.
Yeah, I know where you were wearing yours, like a Delta wetsuit.
Oh my God. But I tell you what, so we took a group photo with all the reality stars, and there's Big Brother people and Amazing Race people, and there were a lot of girls that did not have on full wetsuits. Nope. And there was a lot of booties
There
up
were
in that
so
place.
many, like 2019, the evolution of the bikini bottom.
Yes. Are you clapping because girls were booty clapping, or are you clapping because you're a fan?
Both. They're I'm a member at a pool where I live,
Mm-hmm.
and the lifeguard, I'm guessing 18.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy Jesus. Like I feel sorry for Piper when she turns, I don't know, 14, to not be allowed to leave the house anymore. So, because she
Yeah.
sure as heck isn't going to the pool wearing that.
Yeah. It's quite fascinating, the society
But,
we live in.
but at the same time, big fan of the lifeguard. Let me tell you, huge fan of the, like, it's holy moly. You have
It's like Baywatch.
It is more. I mean, it's 2019. Like I'm just like, I can see what she's thinking.
Yeah. It's yeah. I put it this way. Although I would have liked to have had a little miniature Tessa, I'm somewhat happy that I don't have daughters, because it is crazy that the world we live in. Who was I? I was talking to someone at Hearts of Reality. Here is who it was. I was talking to Sex Dr. Mike.
Oh.
And we were in the hotel lobby.
Did he ask you about your dick?
No, he didn't. But he did mention, dude, that there was he was at some 8th grade girls' birthday party, swim party, and there was girls in thongs. It was girls in thongs in 8th grade. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Yeah.
If I had an 8th grade girl in a fucking thong, I'd say you're grounded. I mean,
Don't spank them.
You know, what do you?
You can go to jail.
What do you do, man?
You have an 8th grade girl over your knee and you spank them. That's jail time, brother.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, dude. I just wow. When Sex Dr. Mike told me that, I'm like, man, that's fucked up, dude. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know.
I thought you were regretting that you didn't get a hall pass.
No, not at all. I'm just like,
Tess
dude.
Was cool with us holding hands with the dog.
Yeah, she was cool with us holding hands.
All right, well, that's
But
cool.
yeah, so last week, Johnny, on our podcast, we had so much fun because we opened up our typical, we do a Q&A for our patrons, patreon.com/Survivor NSFW, or go to survivornsfw.com. There you can find all the info you need to, check out the T-shirts, becoming a patron, the audio, our YouTube page. So we opened up to the Reddit community, our normal listeners that aren't patrons yet, to kind of get a vibe of what our weekly Friday Q&As are like. And we had a blast. We had some great questions. And like I said last week, we don't, or at least I don't look at any of the questions and dissect anything prior to doing this. This is fun.
Fuck some prep work.
Yeah, that's right. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we had a great time, and we got through. It was an hour-long podcast, and we got through maybe half the questions. So what we decided to do is give you guys the rest of the questions, because that's only fair, because that's what we did. So I'm excited to get back into the remaining questions from the Reddit community.
Can I mention one thing before we get back to those questions, Matt?
Of course.
September 25th is the premiere of Survivor Island of the Idols.
Yes.
I am going to be in Clearwater, Florida at Mug Sports Bar and Grill. All right?
Yeah. And it's free for
free.
General public.
Free for general public.
Yes.
The doors open at 7:30. Show starts at 8. Podcast starts at 9. It's a 90-minute premiere. Podcast starts at 9:30, and then we're going to do the Q&A probably at 10:30. The Q&A won't be on the free side of things. You can get that on the Patreon side. But in addition to me, if you're just like, oh, I hate Jonny Fairplay, great. I'm a bad guy. You're supposed to. It's okay. Kat from Survivor One World is going to be there. Also from Blood Rose Water. Hot Cop Dan's going to be there. Mama C is going to be there. Morgan from Ghost Island is going to be there. Jessica Pete from David vs. Goliath is going to be there. We have surprise castaways that I cannot say. So don't fucking ask, Matt Bischoff. Because
Troyzan. Yeah, I know.
I know, but because last week you're like, Troyzan's coming, and I'm just like, I'm not. That's a surprise unadvertised guest. So will you not mention Troyzan this week?
I'm not going to mention Troyzan.
Okay. Are you not going to mention LJ?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to mention him or Jesse Camacho.
Don't mention Jesse Camacho. Do not mention Memphis from Big Brother.
Oh, dude. Memphis. So when Jonny and I were at Hearts of Reality, Memphis from Big Brother, that dude is badass. And we went and ate sushi, and that motherfucker was ordering us amazing shit because this dude opens up the baddest restaurants in America.
Yeah.
So he knows what's up.
$1 million.
And here's the funny
restaurant.
thing, dude. Typically, on a normal occasion, if there's adult beverages in the mix, I like to have a few beers, right? But I don't ever mix liquor and beer. I'm not a big hard liquor drinker. And Memphis was ordering sake. And typically I would be like, nah, I'm good. But, man, it was Jonny Fairplay and myself and Memphis and Silas and Christina Coria and Jesse Camacho. And
we're hanging out. We're hanging out.
It was bad. So
if you're hanging out, you know.
Yeah, we're hanging out, and we were feasting.
I watched. I was an innocent bystander.
Johnny's an innocent bystander, but man, we're eating some sushi, and I was partaking in some sake, and it was great.
How did you feel?
I felt fine. I'm thankful that I didn't wake up with some kind of headache. I felt great. The only thing I felt was,
Did your butt hurt?
No, but
that had nothing to do with the sock.
But Memphis is rad. So
yeah,
the lineup that you just, that is an epic, amazing lineup that's going to be at the Survivor premiere. So not only people are you going to get to watch the Survivor premiere, which is an event upon itself, like.
With castaways.
Right. And I tell you what, that is unbelievable to do. So go to that, and like Jonny said, if you pay the VIP price, you get in, you get one-on-one time.
I can even tell you the price. It's $50, right? Okay, so you get to get in at 6 p.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
An hour and a half early, so you get you get to pick your spot, you get the premium seat. But here's the deal. So for VIP, you get an autographed picture from each one of these castaways, no charge.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's let's bring it. So let's say there's 10 castaways. That's $5 a picture, and you're leaving with autographed pictures from all these people. Plus the stories that we tell on the meet and greet, we can't tell here on the podcast.
Dude, it's an experience, dude. Like you go to the movies or you go to see a band. I spent $400 for my family to see Alice in Chains the other day, with service fees and everything else. $400. As a Survivor fan,
did you get autographed pictures from every single member of the band?
No, I spent another $175 on 5 concert T-shirts. So $575 I spent for my favorite band, and the experience of sharing that with my family. So what I'm getting at is $50 for what you are getting is a fucking steal. Because as a Survivor fan, dude, if I'm there, I have Survivor viewing parties at my house where I invite people, my friends, and they're not getting all this extra shit. And just the experience is like once in a lifetime type thing. So if you're anywhere in the area of Mugs, is that what it's called? Mugs,
Sports Bar and Grill in Clearwater, Florida. It's an hour drive. Like a lot, most of the survivors are coming from the Orlando area. I got people coming from the outskirts of Tampa. So you want to go ahead and spoil
here's the other thing. Let me just tell the listeners this.
Sure.
Survivor is not going to last forever. Okay. Yeah. This is season 39. Season 40, all winter season is done filming. Yeah. But let's just say it goes to season 50, okay?
And they call it quits.
That means that there is literally just a dozen more premieres ever in the history of this phenomenon that we call Survivor, the greatest
Less
game.
than a dozen.
Right. That's right. Well,
Yeah. 11.
So 39, 40, 41, whatever. I'm bad at math. But
okay,
all I'm
maybe.
saying is...
No one said there'd be math, Matt Bischoff.
No, so dudes and dudettes, go to this if you have the opportunity.
And you will kick yourself if you don't get a VIP ticket, because why wouldn't you get an autographed picture from each and every one of these? Plus, you get to do selfies with. I mean, like, I can tell you this: with all those people, we're all going to be up on the stage. We're all going to be watching the show. We're all going to be doing the podcast afterwards. We're all going to be doing the Q&A afterwards. If you're coming up afterwards, going, "Hey, can I get a picture? Can I?" No, dude, we've been there since 6 p.m. We ain't no. Like you want to get your shit signed. You want to get a free, a free picture of each person. Go VIP. It's gonna be awesome. Like, trust me, the stories that I tell alone are worth the VIP. Like, I hear shit that I know I'm not allowed to say on any level.
Yeah. I hear shit that I've never heard before. So I can't wait. I'll be keeping it down and keeping it real at my house in Ohio. But go to that September 25th Survivor Island of Idols or whatever it's called, right?
Island of Assholes, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. But you can get tickets for the VIP at survivorafterhours.com. That is survivorafterhours.com. And real quick, November 6th, Brett LaBelle coming down from Boston to Durham, North Carolina. Tickets for that, for Dirty Bull Brewing, me and Brett LaBelle watching Survivor November 6th. That's at survivortix.com. But right now, concentrate on survivorafterhours.com. Join us for the premiere. We also have a huge special guest that we're not allowed to mention whatsoever. But, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Right on. Well, Jonny, without further ado, let's get in to part 2 of the Reddit questions, the Q&A for Survivor NSFW this week.
All right, our next question is from Coupon Boy 95. I'm a little disheartened because I was hoping that Coupon Boy 94 was going to throw up a question. No, not this go round. Coupon Boy 95 chimes in, though, and says, how do you feel about the rumor that Australian Survivor is doing a U.S. versus Australia season? And would you accept an offer to play on the U.S. tribe if the price was right?
So, okay, I've not heard of this. Right, and maybe I should because I podcast about Survivor, but this is not my full-time job, so I do not know. So you're saying there is rumor and innuendo, as you say, Jonny Fairplay, that Australia.
I made that up. You know that. Did not come from anywhere else, right, Preston? He's listening.
But there really is possibly that Australian Survivor is going to have USA survivors.
Yes.
Like former not open Australian Survivor up to USA residents.
No.
But this is Australian survivors versus USA survivors. Tribe versus tribe.
Rumor and innuendo says Joe Ingram's already been called.
Wow. So, okay, so the question was, would you play?
Well, no, the first question is, how do you feel about the rumor?
I mean, honestly, I've never watched Australian Survivor.
Oh, I have.
I'm going to watch Australian Survivor. I heard it's great, but we had Russell Hantz on. So if you go back and listen to our archives.
Do you believe him?
He claims that's like easy, and
they gave him
food
water. You know what? They give us water and shit. Great, sounds even better. But I don't think they do because if you watch, like I've watched bits and pieces. Like I want to and I will. All right, here's my plate. Just finished Game of Thrones in 3 fucking weeks. The entire fucking series. Never seen fucking past the first episode. Never seen it before. Powered through it. Next, I got The Boys. I got Handmaid's Tale season 3. I got Orange is the New Black. I'm watching The Righteous Gemstones. I'm fucking like my plate is full. However, I'm gonna go back and start watching some of these Australian survivors. What I've seen, because these guys play a 59-day deal or whatever. It's over the 30. I think they play 50 days or 50 whatever.
Right.
These motherfuckers at the end are fucking skeletons. Every motherfucker there. There ain't one motherfucker that's fucking fat in the corner with wearing a fucking Russell Hantz vest and a fucking stupid hat.
Yeah, right. Well,
they're all skinny.
It's the real deal.
So I'm saying not only is it real, it's fucking real.
Well, so what's my thoughts on it? I think it's pretty damn cool, honestly. Yeah. I mean, there's a charity event happening in South Africa soon that's going to have American survivors and Australian survivors.
Yeah. You know what you're playing for.
Yeah, and there was.
They've asked us to kind of help out, do some live deal.
Yeah, they asked us if we can do some stuff on Survivor NSFW where we post some of the Facebook live feeds. And actually, there was a time when that was at the very beginning stages. I was contemplating being a player on that.
Same here. Well, I thought I was going to be coming back right around that time, so I was like, oh, that doesn't work out.
Right. And, I have a
but Wendell's cool enough to do both.
Yeah, right. So I think the idea is cool, and if I get a call that said, would you be down with this? You and Jonny Fairplay, here's what we're doing, man, as Australian Survivor, but we're going to have everyone that does a Survivor-related podcast. So it's like, there's like Stephen Fishback and Rob Sesternino and Jonny
Mama
and
C.
Matt and Mama C and Jessica and T-Bird and Bryce. He doesn't do a Survivor podcast, but he's a survivor that does a podcast. His podcast is
number 13 on the iTunes charts on his debut week.
Purple Pants. Well, here's the deal, Jonny. I don't know what I loved Bryce Isaiah on his first season. Well, his only season of Survivor.
Yeah,
I thought he was fun. I thought he was funny as hell.
I thought he was a lot of fun.
He's hilarious, and
he's more fun in real life,
dude.
And I thought he was very fun on a season.
Right, and I met him at Reality for Diabetes right after his season, and man, him and I hit it off. He's so fucking funny. And then he lives, he would go to New York sometimes for events, and Michael Snow and him would hang out, and they'd send me videos. So I love Bryce. He's always been real cool to my family and Tessa. And today I listened to episode 2 of his podcast, and I also listened to our friend Roger Bingham on our friend T-Bird's deal. Right, so. There's a lot of stuff going on. So
there's synergy. We're all like people ask, is Survivor? There's no Survivor beef with it. Like, we do a totally different deal than T-Bird. T-Bird is a totally different deal than Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce is just a podcast that talks about all kinds of reality shows and music and stuff. It's not. I mean, he maybe drop a couple Survivor things, but Bryce's is not a Survivor thing. And I was kind of thinking of that, Jonny Fairplay, like. I think there is a place and an audience, and I think there's synergy and crossover. Because you can there's tons of bands. We both love music and going to shows and concerts and opening bands for bands.
I only listen to one band,
Matt. So it's no different. Yeah. People, it's funny because like I listened to Rob C and I listened to the T-Bird thing and I enjoyed it because I enjoyed hearing Roger Bingham because I love Roger Bingham, right? Yeah. But I'm like, man, the cool thing about Survivor NSFW is we do our stuff is different, and I think there's a place for all of these people in our Survivor world to do their own thing, and we're doing. Yeah,
you're not getting the same interview from us and Rob C and T-Bird and Bryce has get. You're not like
no, and that's the
all. Yeah.
And the cool thing is, if you're a fan of Survivor, you have all these things to like. If you're at work, man, or driving in a road trip, everyone provides content, and if you want to hear past interviews and stuff that Jonny and I have done, we have a shit ton, dude. I mean, we just broke. I mean, not you and I together. You and I have been together since October of 2018. And damn, in a couple, like soon it's going to be a year, and we do all this content, man. And I'm stoked, Jonny. I really am, and I'm just mega happy that we get to talk about the show that we love. And if I had a chance to go on Australian versus U.S. Survivor, I would do it in a heartbeat.
All right. As far as the rumor, I like it. I like the idea of a U.S. versus Australia Survivor.
Yep.
Would I accept an offer to play on the U.S. tribe if the price was right? Well, I would like to misread the question and say, would you accept an offer to be on The Price is Right? Sure, I would do The Price is Right. I think that's something. So, but as far as accepting an offer to play on the U.S. tribe, my first phone call would be to SEG and see if that would fuck up anything.
Mm-hmm.
If
that makes sense.
Because I mean, I feel I have more than one Survivor left in me, but if Survivor feels that they have one left in me and I jeopardize that one left in me, then the answer is no. So because I want to play Legends.
Yeah, no, and that makes sense. For me and my answer, it's like I am not a legendary status, unfortunately. I did not have the opportunity to have my gameplay and persona and everything else shine on a fans versus favorite season. I had a great experience, and overall, I'm fucking stoked. However, like if they called me, I would do it because I'm like, well, fuck, like I'm not really worried about. They're not calling me for fucking Legends.
That would raise your stock for a U.S. season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It would raise my stock. So
if they said yes and the price was right, then yeah. My problem is like I watched the Australian seasons and they have subtitles at the bottom, and I need to so I have a question. Like, if I were to go out there and when these motherfuckers are talking, are there subtitles while they're talking? Because I don't understand Crocodile Dundee half the time.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like anything else.
Your brain adapts.
I think it adapts.
Like Game of Thrones, I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about for like 3 episodes. Then it kicks. I was like, whoa, I understand what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah, you would adapt to it, just like when we're at Big Tom's for
a weekend,
understanding
anything that they say.
Right. So yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's the
Price is Right. Price is Right. I get the okay first, but honestly, my first phone call would be to SEG to be like, "Is this cool?"
Right.
So and if it's cool, I don't see Russell going back.
Right. Yeah.
So,
right
okay.
on.
All right. Captain _OK, because apparently Captain OK was taken, writes, "Is Lauren the hottest Survivor contestant of all time? No."
Did you say Lauren from last season?
Could be Lauren from Survivor Triple H. Often confused with
No, Lauren. Yeah, I mean, Lauren O'Connell is who he's talking about, correct?
Sure. Maybe, but once again, who's to say? The beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Matt.
That's right. I mean, man.
I think Lauren is pretty hot, but those two caterpillars she had on her above her eyes, she's whacked those down a little bit post Survivor.
I swear, dude.
What were those her eyebrows?
No,
they're
not eyebrows. They're chick mustaches.
She has chick mustaches. I have a man mustache on my.
Oh, dude, that's funny.
No, I mean she's beautiful. She's top 20.
I mean,
There's been a lot of fucking Survivors.
Well, I tell you what. I mean, there was some great footage of her from the season. Put it that way. Like,
I mean, if I had a choice between Victoria and Lauren from last season, I'd choose Victoria.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
but that's the best. You're right.
Yeah, once again, beauty's in the eye.
It is because there's.
And I choose Angelina over either one of those.
Yeah, Angelina's rad. And congrats to Angelina. Having a baby.
It's not mine. It's not. Oh,
which
to
is
her,
good because
to her. You
yeah.
were saying congrats to her.
Yes,
I totally
yes.
misunderstood.
I was.
I had nothing.
Oh,
Despite the dreams, it was.
oh shit! No,
Yeah,
she's awesome, man.
yeah.
And
Angelina or Lauren? And now I'm confused.
both.
Oh, all right. So,
Both.
so do you think Lauren's the hottest survivor of all time?
No,
No.
I mean, she's hot, and
Yeah.
she's got a. I mean, she's a
Would you say top
badass
10?
athlete. She's a young badass. I mean, she's got that young athletic soccer body. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Strong.
human beings have
haven't
to
met her in real
appreciate
life.
that.
You know what? If I met her in real life, she might be number one.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Next question.
All right. Is she in your top 10?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, top 20 for sure.
Top 20 for sure. Maybe top 10. I don't know. As I said, the caterpillars on the eyes are a bit much for me. Don't tell Phil over at Survivor Specialist. He'll start crying.
Are they doing their podcast still?
The beautiful Alexa is of course she does a podcast. You know what? I pick Alexa over Lauren.
Well, they're super cool. I know that
Do you pick Alexa over Lauren?
I don't know.
Blasphemy.
No comment, probably.
Well, you know what? I don't want you to talk about my girl, so it's all right. Next question from. Oh my god, this might be the greatest name in the history of fucking Reddit.
Oh god, who is it?
It's from Hoopty Doo Doo Meister.
Hoopty Doo Doo Meister.
I say just stop there. I think we're fucking good.
That's right.
What do you think about the Amanda Kimmel of Survivor China, Micronesia, and Heroes versus Villains fame?
I liked her. I actually, at the time, I was super stoked. And when I was sick with the flu, I started watching her play again.
Yeah.
And it brought back. And you told me, you said, Matt, if you haven't finished the season, you're not going to finish it, and I haven't. But
did you see them in the in watching the movie?
Who?
Amanda, Colby, and Danielle.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yes, that.
Yep.
That's you can stop there.
Yeah, I did. I did.
You
They were in like they got showers. They were in the bungalows and stuff.
And
like that.
there's the clue, and they're fighting and
yes.
all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did see that.
That was a hot. Oh my god! And they're in there fucking. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I take Danielle De Lorenzo over fucking Amanda Kimmel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like Amanda Kimmel. What is she up to these days, anyways?
All right. So, I played Fans vs. Allegedly.
Allegedly, you played.
I played Fans vs. Favorites against Amanda, and I thought she was nice. We didn't have a ton of communication for the 3 days I was there.
Right.
And so I only got a partial vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I went to LA post Fans versus Favorites. I want to say it was for the 20th anniversary party.
Right.
And I went to a bar that she was a cocktail waitress at. And I noticed her and she didn't notice me. And I go, "Hey girl, can you get me a drink?" And she turned around and she goes, "Jonny." And I go, "I didn't ask for your name, nor did I give mine. Hey girl, can you get me a drink?" And she goes, "I'm Amanda. I was on Survivor."
Oh my God.
And I was like, wow. So no, she's very nice. I think she's beautiful. Like, she reminded me a lot. Like my ex-wife was on America's Next Top Model, and I think there was a similar look. And as I said, she was. I didn't get this amazing player vibe. All right, so peek behind the curtain. I left right before the episode that James goes home with two idols.
Yeah.
Okay, so I left to go do Survivor Fans versus Favorites as China's airing. Mm-hmm. I've gone back and watched the final episode, but I've never gone back and watched the entire season of Survivor China.
Yeah, right.
So I can't say a lot there. Micronesia, another peek behind the curtain, not real happy with everything on a personal level. So I kind of watched it with one eye closed. Have not gone back and watched it again. Have no real desire to. We might do it in a Castaway watch along, but it'll all be kind of new to me. Can't base a lot there. Fans versus or heroes versus villains. I thought she was good. She made it, to the end, but not so. I don't think I'm the best person. I mean,
I think she's a memorable female player, though. At
one time, she had the most days of anyone that ever played the game up until Boston Rob played, his 12th time.
Right. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if I'm on the spur, now that she's in my brain, on the spur of the moment, if I had if I had to jot down a list of memorable Survivor chicks, she would be one of them.
Yeah. So no, I mean, she just has herself. I will tell us a peek behind the curtain story. When we showed up for fans versus favorites, they all pull us together right as the game starts, without cameras, and they go. So James and Amanda they were just on the season prior, Survivor China. They are not allowed to tell you how they finished. That will be direct violation of the confidentiality agreement. So, you will act on the premise of not knowing how they finish.
Wow.
So however, I had gone on Survivor Sucks, the predecessor to Reddit, r-survivor, or Survivor subreddit, whatever. I'm so horrible with all that. But anyway, so I go on Survivor Sucks and I see and I read that James was sent home with 2 idols. So they're like, they're not. So I raise my hand. I go, I'm cool with that, guys, but let it be known we're going on the assumption that you fucking won and we're sending you fucking home because you're both fucking winners.
Wow.
And James goes, I got voted out. Whatever.
Oh my God. He said that.
I got sent home with 2 idols. Here's how it went down.
Holy shit, dude.
And fucking production just sitting there head in hand and Amanda goes, I didn't win. I didn't win.
That's fucking epic, dude.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this fucking podcast, man, because as a fan, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
And hilarious.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, I'm sorry, I never understood on Heroes Villains that you have Parvati and fucking Sandra Diaz Twine in the I'm sorry, motherfucker. One of them's my friend, one of them isn't. I don't need to point fingers, but that's the case. You got your fucking $1 million. The game of Survivor is there to change someone's fucking, in my opinion.
Right.
The game of Survivor is there to change someone's fucking life.
Yeah.
You have a fucking $1 million. Yeah, well, another $1 million fucking help. Yeah, it ain't gonna change your fucking life. $1 million will change some motherfucker's life. You got yours. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, I get you. And that's one thing. When I was listening to Roger Bingham talk about his season, he made a statement exactly what you just said. He's like, "Hey, I would sacrifice myself so Elizabeth could have another day in the game because I was successful. She was young, and I was like, this could help her out. I don't need it. I'm already got my shit going, and he let her do it. So I don't think now in 2019, if Roger Bingham were to play Survivor, he would think the same way.
Not against Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
But yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, yes, he was sacrificing himself because he knows, back then, especially $1 million could change your life. I mean, it could change anyone's life now. I mean, you and I have talked about it. It's yes, and we've joked around before, what's better, the title of Sole Survivor or the $1 million? I'm like, oh man, being the winner of Survivor is the ultimate. But honestly speaking, if you have a family, especially, kids, the money is a top-notch thing of playing Survivor because it is life-changing type thing.
before I had, but like Michelle was pregnant with Piper when I went to go do fans versus favorites, and we get out there, we're doing the press, and they're just like, who do you think's on the other island? Do you think Iron Man Tom is over there? And I'm just like, and I'm looking at their fucking press badges. I'm like, well, it says fans versus favorites, you dumb motherfucker. So I'm pretty sure Fireman Tom is not a fucking fan. And then I'm sitting there, and the ego of that version of me is so fucking stupid, because I'm just like, well, fuck, Ethan's not going to respect me for beating fucking a bunch of fans. Fucking Jen Maraskal fucking make fun of me. She's like, you didn't really win Survivor. You beat fucking 10 fucking fans and 9 pseudo fucking favorites. So that's what, versus, 2019, give me fans versus favorites. Fuck yeah, I'm halfway to the finish line.
Right. Yeah.
Give me the check.
Do you think that they'll do another fans versus favorites?
I hope not. I mean, haven't we learned it's a flawed concept in that a fan can never win?
Right, and you would think that production wants the game to be
fair,
unpredictable, and fair, and stuff like that. So, let me ask you a second question: do you think they'll do a Blood versus Water 3?
I think so.
And do you think they'll do a Heroes Villains 3?
Or 2?
Oh, there's only been one, so Heroes Villains 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot.
Yeah. I watched the Heroes Villains when I was 6. So yeah, so Heroes Villains 2.
It was your second time watching it, but it was only the first.
Right.
It wasn't new just because you.
But
had
I'm
the
saying,
clue.
do you think they'll do that concept again? Heroes
I think
Villains?
so.
Okay.
All right.
It's hard because we're at season 40.
We're season 39 is about to hit.
Yeah.
Join me, Clearwater, Florida. Get your VIP tickets at SurvivorAfterHours.com.
Right.
All right. So let's just say, all right. I think season 50 gets fucking monster fucking ratings. I think the show peters out at like 54. Honestly, that's my official guess.
So what
I mean, like,
year is
why
that
would
then?
you? I don't know. But why would you fucking end when the show is fucking at a fucking at a peak?
Yeah. No, I agree.
So kill it. So I think coming up we have Legends. I think we have old school versus new school.
In addition to Legends, old school, new school, separate season than Legends.
Separate season. So I think we have those two concepts before we have a Heroes Villains 2 or a Blood versus Water 3.
Yep.
But I still think they pump those in.
I would like to see all those seasons, man.
Yeah.
Really. I would. I don't want to see fans versus favorites 3.
No.
But I would like to see.
I mean, if they're casting, I want on it.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Put me on that.
Halfway to the fucking finish line sounds like my daughters would be like, "Daddy, is that a good one?" Yes. That is a fucking great season for Daddy to play.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So.
Wow. Killer. Next question.
Next one is from Jamie_Gray Stark, but he finishes the question with Rhett from Ohio. So what is your real name? I think it's Rhett from Ohio. He writes, or she, who knows? It's 2019. You can name your fucking kid anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which Survivor legends, and I'm doing quotation marks, so for those of you that are just listening, go subscribe to our YouTube, and at the 500, we should have 500 subscribers by then. We're giving away a rare buff. At 750, we're giving away another rare buff, and at 1,000, we're giving away another rare buff. So go subscribe, and you will see me do air quotes when I read which Survivor legends would be unwilling to play again. Thanks, Jonny, Rhett from Ohio.
He's asking which legends would be not down to play.
Yeah, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, I think, would never play again.
Mm-hmm.
She might be it.
You think everyone else would play?
I think so. I mean, like, can you think of anyone?
No, I think most people would. I think a lot. If you're a legend, I think you're going to play again.
I think to earn that legend status, you have a love for the game.
Well, because I know, right?
I mean, like if there was a situation where you just had a kid, like the week before, it's like, yeah,
Right, but I'm just saying, Russell Hantz, he would play again 100%. Parvati Shallow, she would play again 100%. Boston Rob, he'd play 50 more times.
Well,
Rupert
probably will.
Rupert, Jonny Fairplay, Benjamin Coach Wade, everyone.
I think Rob C will play again. I think it would be very difficult with his podcast empire situation.
I don't know if he could play.
I think if it's a Legends, he says yes. Only Legends. Like if they called him for a fans versus favorites,
he's not doing it.
He should.
I mean, the thing is, though, dude, like
for the argument I just had.
Right, but who would do? He's got that News AF deal. He's got all
Tyson could do that with
true.
you'll fucking abandon me. You'll jump over.
Yeah, well, we'll see. That's it. That's interesting.
Me and John Cochran.
Oh, fuck. That's interesting, but yeah.
The John and John show. Hey, he wears the red shirt.
So Elizabeth Hasselbeck is the person that you think will be the only.
I think that's the only one.
Yeah, right.
I really do. Right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I think she thinks her shit don't stink.
Yeah.
I would like to find out. You know what? Peek behind the curtain. So so they did the Survivor All-Star finale, and then 2 nights later they did America's Tribal Council, in which they made up an award to give Rupert $1 million.
Yeah.
And but they also had fan voting. You know, they had the best moment, best fight, greatest villain. I won all 3 of those. Thank you very much. I got $770 that night.
Wow.
Rupert got $1 million. So, but I was sat in the audience beside Elizabeth Hasselbeck, and she promptly said, "Nope, I am not sitting beside him. I will move to anywhere else in this room other than sit beside him."
Wow.
Yeah.
People must have fucking hated you, dude.
I probably shouldn't have my dick out.
But dude, people must have hated you. That's pretty hardcore.
Maybe I should have had my dick out.
Yeah, maybe. Fuck.
Yeah. So.
Well, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, that's the answer. Next question.
Your loss. Winding down, J.R. Taylor 2 writes, do you think recent Survivor casts are deep enough to have another full, strong returnee season sometime between approximately 41 to 44?
I think, like, they're saying an all returnee cast, like a second chances type thing.
They go a little further. This might expunge that idea. So seasons 31, 34, and 40 were full returnee plus the 4 from Edge of Extinction. So there's a chance we might be fatigued of some of the more noteworthy recent players. On the other hand, for survivors from earlier seasons, if Colby looked washed, or I'm guessing washed out, in season 20, how are players from the first few seasons going to look in a mid-40s season? I know this doesn't apply to all old school players, but I don't think that as fans we want to see a bunch of supermen and women in fat suits. Like the reference that James made to Colby, the Superman suit don't fit no more.
Right? Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah.
As a fan of the show and of the game, I mean, I don't know. I think there's enough players that are good. And the thing is, man, is this Survivor is not just a bikini-clad Mactor game. So the whole reason that I loved Survivor from the get-go was people from different parts of our country, different age groups. You got hillbillies and you got fucking New York rich doctor dudes and, college kids. And so
T-Bird, Big Tom, Lex, and Ethan.
Fuck, put them on there tomorrow, dude.
Well, no, but I mean, how beautiful was it seeing the New York Jew,
right,
the Santa Cruz skateboarder,
yes,
the Atlanta flight attendant, and the hillbilly from Saltville, Virginia.
Yeah,
right. Big Tom saw Lex and was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, somebody draw on him with crayon?
Yeah, right. Oh yeah,
and that's his best friend on the planet.
but man, there's so many fucking players that are dynamic and funny and good strategists and just people that are downright entertaining. Keith Nail, I love that dude. That dude could never win Survivor, but
Maybe.
that motherfucker was.
Keith Nail could get my $1 million vote.
Oh, he could, but like he
wouldn't do it himself.
No, he just like, yeah, well, but dude, he was one of the most fun survivors to watch play the game.
Love him. Love him.
Yeah. So, man, it's
I think watching the social game of people from different backgrounds, ethnicities, ages, all that working together, I think is the beauty of the show. So sprinkle in some Laurens and bikinis, yes, but you're not. No one's weight is cost. Like, I want to see Chris Daughtry play again, and I don't give a fuck what the motherfucker looks like.
Right, I don't either. I agree.
Oh.
Right, fuck yeah.
Final question, Matt Bischoff.
Right.
You want to save it? You want to save it for next week?
No, let's bust it out, dude, and let's roll.
All right.
Hell yeah.
This one is from Cyrus Survivor. Would you consider making a video message for a high school Survivor club saying hi and introducing the club? Cyrus Survivor, you're in luck. If you go to cameo.com/Johnny Fairplay, I would love to do that video for you, and I will knock it out within 24 hours, I promise.
And that will be Johnny's first video that he will ever filmed on cameo.com for the price of $19.99.
Is it? I think it's $25.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
I
know I've seen your Cameo thing before. I know a lot of some other Survivors.
I've done, how many of these have I done? I think I've done over 100.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Are you doing them right now? Like, not like
I did
now.
I did one today.
You did?
I did 2 yesterday. I mean, yeah, I've done over 100 Cameo videos. Yeah, cameo.com/Johnny Fairplay. No
Wow.
H in Johnny, JONNYFAIRPLAY. Yeah. No, they're great. I mean, like, because it has all, like when I get the alert and it says from Billy to Sue Bob, and it's just like Sue Bob is a big Survivor fan. She hates Rupert and say something about her missing, her left toe.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is Johnny Fairplay, reality TV icon and Survivor Hall of Famer. And Sue Bob, I was talking to Billy the other day, and she says you're missing your left toe. You're a fucking freak. You should fucking kill yourself.
Oh, my God. No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Hell
it's
yeah.
fun.
Well,
So cameo.com/Johnny Fairplay. I will help your high school out. And get a t-shirt, johnnyfairplay.com. When you do, you get a phone call from Johnny Fairplay. So if you want to just fucking record, if you order a t-shirt, I will fucking I'll do the I will video call you. If fuck that, no, I'll just call you. Yeah. It's too much trouble. but get a t-shirt and I call you if you get a t-shirt, johnnyfairplay.com. But guys, this was really fun. This is a peek behind the curtain. This is what we do every Friday. It's not just talking about the episode that just aired. It's not just talking with who we're talking about. You guys steer the ship. So give us a try. Patreon.com/Survivor NSFW. You guys give us questions every week. I think this could not be any more fun. I hope you guys enjoy the experience. I want to thank the people of the Survivor subreddit community. I want to thank the @Survivor_Reddit. Hopefully I got that right, for retweeting and getting more questions. All the fan groups on Facebook for sharing and you guys finding the platform here. And thanks for all the support. I mean, like, if you guys weren't listening and you guys weren't watching on YouTube, press that subscribe button and get a fucking buff. If you guys weren't doing it, then Matt and I can just fucking talk on the phone for fucking 8 minutes and call it a fucking day.
We wouldn't do. I mean, it's like anything, man. I mean, yes, we love doing this. Like, for example, real quick, I sing in a couple bands, and I do music because of the love of music. But it's like, it is fun if you play a show and people show up to watch you, and people like your music and say, dude, I love that song or whatever, right? So we do the podcast because we love Survivor. However, time is valuable to us. We're both dads, and we have a lot going on in life. So
website hosting.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like we spend a lot of time on this.
I got shows.
And so we thank you guys so much for your guys' support.
Postcards to spread the word of Survivor NSFW costs money.
Yeah. Yep, it does. And we thank you guys for your support, and check us out every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts or watch the video version, which is what I would do most likely is watch the video version, because it's really fun. And thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week on another episode of Survivor NSFW. Cheers, everybody.
Woo.